The promise to myself to go live every day. My name is Miss Sam. I am the owner of Taylor Active Learning, a Live Academy, where we serve children 6 weeks to 13 years of age. We are nurturing, caring, all these little nice shops, um, and clean facility. We use teaching strategies as our curriculum for birth to preschool, so that's 6 weeks to 5 years of age. We really have a outstanding school age program, and part of that is because I am a certified teacher. I taught 13 years for Cleveland Metropolitan School District. I taught 3 years in Alexandria, Virginia. It is bustling down here in Cuyahoga Falls, where it's not Cuyahoga Falls, but it really feels like a Friday. I mean, it is people everywhere, and all these people couldn't possibly work here. But I am on here because it feels like a Friday. Like there was a conflict with business and a conflict with um, an employee, and it just was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe all this is happening at the same time. But nevertheless, you know, I'm here like going live. And so, what do you do when it feels like a Friday? You still show up for Friday. Like today is Thursday, and where I'm at right now, it's just like people everywhere, but it just feels like a Friday. And I am not in my traditional uniform because I had an activity. They redid the stairs. I ain't been over here in a long time. Like, my daughter is grown, but they redid the patio and the decking and everything. So it's all the composite and it's plastic leading to the falls. So I'm gonna turn around so you can see. So that's the falls. This is Chagrin Falls. So it ends out over on the side I just showed. But today I just want to talk about just doing different activities. Like if you're looking for an activity to do with your child in the greater Cleveland area, this is one of the activities that I've done with my children many a days where we come to Chagrin Falls and we go down and we look at the falls from both ends. There's a Memorial Day. Um, they have rides and food out here, and it's free. Like the place that we always stop and get ice cream is called Jenny's. Originally, like this was the only one in the county. I think she has another location, but I'm not for sure in this county. But it is a Columbus based brand. Hello, how are you? Teku, is that I say it right? But if not, I do apologize. But she's a Columbus based brand. It's similar to Mitchell's if you're in Cleveland. So Mitchell's homemade ice cream, Jenny's is homemade. There's no Mitchell's out here in Chagrin Falls. Just something to do. Like take your kids out in nature. I've taken the kids at the center. We've gone to the national park. I was actually the first person to take them to the national park. And so the weather, it was about 67 when you hit the sun today, but the weather right now is a bit breezy, but that's probably because of the air coming off of the fall. Um, but today feels like a Friday. It just absolutely feels like a Friday. If you're looking for something to do with your children, this is the perfect activity. You can even take them. There used to be piece where you could go down like on the rocks and go near the river, walk around the riverbed. Because I have a picture of my daughter and her friend down there on the rocks, and they took a picture together. But if you're just looking for activities to do with your children when money is an issue, I know gas is $4.42 at Sam's Club right now, and with gas being that price, you want to factor in, okay, if I do this activity, how can I do something with the kids? If I know it takes me maybe 2 gallons to get there, $2 to get back, that's approximately, we're gonna round up and say it's $20 to get there. But at least you get to walk around with your children, and then if you want to put them on a couple of rides, they can do the rides. I know the teenagers like coming at night up here to this carnival because I remember when my daughter, who's now 22, she used to come here and hang out as a teenager. Um, with her friends. Hello, Paula. How are you today? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I come on here. I talk about things related to childcare. I talk about things that I'm going through and experiencing. I am the administrator owner as well. So make sure you subscribe, you comment, you like the video. The video. Um, keep saying but it's just really great to be in nature. I think the older I get, the more I like being in nature and just sitting and looking at water. Even if I'm at the beach, I just like enjoy sitting and looking at the beach. Just the water coming in, looking at the sunset. You can hear the water in the background coming off the falls. But this is something that I would actually, I think I'm gonna do this with the kids, the school agers. So this summer, I am going to bring them to Chagrin Falls, and we're gonna go have popcorn. I just saw a bee, and we're gonna look at the falls. There's a library over here as well. We can probably do the STEAM activities at the library that they have here, and just make it a day and just walk around. Maybe go to some of the. I wonder if they have a historical society out here to talk about life. This is the furthest tip of the county that I live in. So Powell County, this is the furthest tip of that county. Is this city right here in the southeast part of the city, and yeah, it's people everywhere. I don't know if you can see them walking, but traffic was real high. So they were getting off of work and walking everywhere. So I'm gonna go in here and have ice cream with my family today. My daughter graduated. Today was a really big day for my business. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you to all the people who liked. I'm not gonna be on here long. But today feel like a Friday and it's Thursday. Today feels like a Friday. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I hope tomorrow goes by even faster. And I'm so excited for 8 o'clock to come. Yes, it's time for me to get in the bed because I haven't had any sleep in a long time. But make sure you subscribe, you comment, you like. We specialize in providing care for children, and it's just a whole, we're a family, we're family focused, we're family centered, we're child centered, but the child is the focus of everything that we do. We don't do anything that does not focus on the child, knowing that they're valued and appreciated. And I think it's not a thing that's missing in today's society, especially when you're educating children. It also makes it hard to hire. I just had a conversation with my cousin today who owns a business, and I said the problem is I'm trying to hire a group that I'm no longer a part of. So, and I was never part of that group. But just because you're hiring somebody at one stage doesn't mean that that's the stage that they'll stay in for the rest of their life. And so, with that being said, you start somewhere, but you never end at the same place you start. Even if you're in a race, when you start a race, you start at except for if you're on the track field, that's different. But when you do like a marathon, you start at one place and you end at another place to finish the marathon, a full marathon, a half marathon. And that's what life is like with your career, with any career. You want to position yourself where you're consistently in a career that moves you to your final destination. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who, in every aspect of our business, who wants to come in and they want to start one place, but they want to end at a different place. And so we serve children ages 6 weeks to 13 years of age. If you know someone looking for a job who wants to grow with the company, who wants to feel valued and appreciated, they don't just want to come to work and go home. Like, or even if they do, that's okay. But they're there to do their job. They're there to respect that I'm not the only person working here. We all have lives outside of this business, but this is what I have going on. They understand professionalism, and professionalism is telling someone, hey, what's going on with you could negatively impact the business. That's what I'm looking for. I think that's what a lot of business owners are looking for. They're looking for people. Hello, hi, YFHH. Thank you for coming in. I thank you for subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. I thank you for leaving a comment. But my children are calling me. I know they're on the phone calling me, telling me that, come on, so you can pay for Ice cream. Hurry up. What's taking you so long? So I'm just gonna leave this one short, but I did go live. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, bye bye. Today feels like a Friday.